Good morning, everyone. Today's Saturday, August the 13th, and this is day 32 of my Colorado through hike. Today I'll wrap up the last 5.6 miles of segment 20 to San Luis Pass. When I get to the end of the segment, I will need to hike an additional 3 miles to the trailhead parking lot. Unfortunately, it's on a dirt forest road, so getting a ride into town could be a challenge. Looking forward to getting into town and cleaning up and resupplying and then moving on. Thought I would capture before I started hiking, just capture here at the campsite. And let me walk down here just a little bit. We've had a full moon now for, it seems like days, which really keeps things bright at nighttime. Got extremely cold last night and a lot of condensation. When I got up this morning, I could see my breath, so I'm not sure what the temperature is. Don't have any cell service here, but I am ready to hitch up and get moving on. So I will get an update. I'm sure that there's going to be some nice views when we get to the top here. Wanted to stop and capture the area here where I camped at one more time and capture the moon before it drops down behind the mountain. I'm assuming that we're going to go up and over this pass, probably straight ahead there. I'm not 100% certain. It's about 7 o'clock and still making my way up this pass here. Even after all this time out here, these climbs are still kicking my butt. I am assuming that we are going to cross about there. Not 100% sure, but that's the direction it looks like the trail is going in. Well, I've been climbing about an hour. I'm so glad I didn't try to do this last night. It didn't seem like it was going to be very far, but I've been at an hour already, and I would have never been able to do this at the end of the day yesterday after 20 miles. So just stopped and took my gloves off and puffy off and ready to proceed. I wish I would have pulled the camera out just a couple minutes earlier. There was a pack of coyotes not too far away that was yelling. I've never heard them after daylight. Usually I hear them at nighttime, and pretty regularly, at least 4 or 5 times anyway. And but they quit, so they moved on. Okay, it's about almost 8 o'clock, so it took about an hour and a half. Where we're looking at now is the valley that we kind of came through and then worked our way up. We are at about mile 340.4 right now and standing at 12,617 feet. The trailhead is about 2.7 miles away. I've got one more climb after this one. Looks like it's maybe a half a mile climb, but I'm walking to the other side here and show you the view off from this side here. Very cool. When you get up to the top of the pass, you got 2 choices. You either go right, which is where those guys are going, and that takes you to San Luis, which is a 14er. So they're doing a little day hike up to there with their 2 dogs. And then if you turn left, you're going to go down a descent for quite a while. They just warned me of moose down on the bottom here in some willows, and actually both of them got charged. So something to keep an eye out for. They said it's not a big deal out in the open here, but you're going to go into some willows below, and they actually walked around the corner and was only like 10-15 feet from one, and it actually charged them, and they had to jump off from the trail behind some trees, and luckily it kept going, but it stopped, turned around. They said they kind of ran a little bit, and then that was the last they seen of it. So should be some excitement ahead. It's interesting how these trails are going to just wind around this mountainside. Kind of lose it right over there, but it looks like it kind of goes down where you see those bushes and stuff, and then those must be the willows that they were talking about that the trail will go through, which is really hard to see. It's a little after 8 a.m. and I just checked, and still about 2.5 miles from the end of this segment. And then 2.5 miles, and then there may be a 3-mile walk from the end of the segment down to a parking lot where hopefully I can talk someone into giving me a ride to Creede on their way out. Unfortunately, it ends up on a forest road, so it's just a dirt road, so there's not much traffic on it. I am amazed how cold it goes from walking in the sunlight to walking in a shaded area. I mean, it is absolutely chilly. Actually, I've thought about a couple times pulling my puffy jacket back out, but looks like I'm going to hit sun again here shortly, so I'm not going to mess with that. But just, I'm not sure how much it drops, but it's a huge difference. Here's the view off to my right-hand side as we make our way down this descent to hopefully no moose sighting. Boy, that's a relief. I just ran into two couples that are going up on the 14er, and they offered me a ride into Creede if I needed one, and they gave me directions to where they are parked at in the parking lot, and so I think I'm going to take them up for it. They probably won't be back for hours, but that's okay. When I get there at the parking lot, I can pull my tent out and sleeping bag and let them dry out. There was a lot of condensation last night, so I packed everything up wet. So I've got chores that I can do while I wait on them. It seems like a very popular 14er. I probably have passed, besides them, I probably have passed maybe 8 other people that are heading up. And the last folks that I talked to said that there is definitely a moose and baby down there. They think that they're down over the side away from the trail, so that was good news. So I may not have to worry about that, but who knows, maybe I'll get to see it. Just crazy, crazy views. Now that I'm looking back where I came from, I'm not even sure how I got over here or where I came across this at. No idea. Very cool. Okay, I had to stop and show you this. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm at mile 341.2, and this section here is called, or this little peak here is called Saddle, and it is at 12,374. And then once you go over the peak here where I'm standing, all of a sudden on the other side, you have a whole nother view. And I'll zoom in here in just a second. You can see where I am headed from here. Let me zoom in here. So you can see the trail where that the light looks like a rock part is going across it. And then it goes over into the, I think they call them the willows. And then we'll go down. And then on that other hillside, straight across there, you can see the trail going back up. And I think that's my last climb at the end of the day, or at the end of the segment, the final climb. And then we'll take another view from there when we get there. Scenery today has just been amazing. I can't keep from taking some videos. That's looking backwards where I came down, or where I'm coming down, not down yet. And then there's the trail going across the bottom of this peak here, and then we'll come out right around there where the trees are. And then I can see the trail way up on top here. That must be the last little climb. Okay, this is a section where they were talking about the moose and the baby. So I need to keep my eyes open going through here, this section here. They said that the last folks that I talked to said that it's already gone over the side into those trees there. So, but if I see something on the trail, I will let you know. Good morning. Hi there, how are you? You getting breakfast? You getting your breakfast? You have a good day, okay? You have a good day. I'll see you later. Well, we got through the moose section and no moose, but did see a couple deer. One of them took off and the other one just stood there and watched me as I walked by. So this is the Alchi. This is a final climb. I think it's about maybe a half a mile. So not too bad, but still uphill. Okay, just made it up the last climb. It's about 10:30, and it was a doozy. We just wanted to show behind me. This is where I came from, and the trail, you can see it winding down the hill there. A couple hikers way down there, and I'll walk up to the other side, and so I'll be right back. So right now we're standing on the Continental Divide. It's at 13,335, I believe, and so this is the Continental Divide. And I think from here, when I get down to that second white post down at the end of the path here, I should start going downhill to the trailhead. Wanted to add to, there's the clouds coming in over the 14er that people were going up to. So hopefully it's not raining up there, but it does look like there are definitely some clouds moving in. So here's the view from the other side of the pass that I just came up over. Thought I would go ahead and capture this before I start down, and won't be able to. Some big mountains way off in the distance. Very cold. Today has been just epic. It's about 11 o'clock, a little after 11. It looks like I found the trailhead that I need to get to and get a ride into Creed. So it is about probably 3 miles off trail. So when I come back here, they're gonna have to drop me off back here at this trailhead, and I've got to walk back up this hill to get back to. It's almost 12 noon, and this is a sample of a typical Colorado trailhead. Lots of cars parked here. I would say most of the people here are probably going up and going the 14er. And so anyway, the couple that offered me a ride is in the white F-150, so I know that they're not back yet, so I'm kind of waiting out for them. And in the meantime, just multitasking and drying out my sleeping bag tent and ground sheet. And just had some lunch, so let those dry out, then I'll fold those up, put those away, and then in no hurry at all. I can't check in my room until about 4 o'clock, so I'm just going to relax until the ride comes back.
Hello everyone, I wanted to go ahead and close out Saturday, August the 13th, day 32. The scenery around San Luis was just absolutely amazing. The family returned back from their 14er hike that they did, and gave not only me but a couple other hikers a ride into Creed. And I'm currently in Creed right now, and just wanted to pan around here and show you a little bit. Not a real big town, but certainly has everything that you will need. So this Sunday, I will try to take some pictures as I travel around Creed here to do some chores. So I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.